Uju had always dreamed of a better life. She worked hard to earn her university degree, and after graduation, she was confident that a good-paying job would follow. But the reality was far from her expectations. Months turned into years, and Uju found herself struggling to make ends meet. She took on a job as a hotel receptionist, but the pay was meager, and the work was demanding. Despite her best efforts, she was barely scraping by. One day, Uju fell ill and missed 3 days of work. She went to a local pharmacist for treatment, hoping to recover quickly and return to her job. But when she finally felt well enough to go back to work, she was met with a surprise. Her employer demanded an explanation why she had been absent from work. Uju explained how she was unapologized for not contacting the management. Little did she know that more surprises awaited her. The employee handed her a termination letter, citing her recent absences as the reason. Immediately Uju went on her knees to plead for a second chance, but the employer's mind was made up and he asked the security to take Uju away. Uju was devastated. She had no idea how she would pay her debts, including the medical bills she had accumulated during her illness. She went to the pharmacist to plead for more time to pay her bill, but the nurse was unsympathetic. The two women were on the verge of a heated argument when a sleek, black car pulled up outside. A well-dressed woman stepped out of the car and approached Uju. "What seems to be the problem here?" she asked, her voice smooth and confident. Uju explained her situation, and the woman listened intently. When Uju finished, the woman with a smile dipped her hand inside her handbag and brought out a huge amount of money and paid the nurse. "Thank you very much, Ma." That was Uju appreciating the woman. The woman smiled and said, "I think I can help you. I have a job opportunity in another city that pays very well. Would you be interested?" Uju's eyes widened with hope. A good-paying job was exactly what she needed to turn her life around. She eagerly accepted the woman's offer and climbed into the car. As they drove away from the pharmacist's shop, Uju felt a sense of relief wash over her. She was finally going to catch a break. But as the days passed, Uju began to realize that something was off. The woman, who introduced herself as Madam, seemed to be hiding something. Uju was taken to a luxurious mansion on the outskirts of the city, where she was introduced to a group of beautiful young women. At first, Uju thought she had stumbled into some kind of modeling agency. But as the days turned into weeks, she began to realize that the women were being groomed for something much more sinister. Madam, it turned out, was a ruthless trafficker who had been luring young women into prostitution for years. Uju was horrified, but it was too late. She was trapped, and Madam would stop at nothing to keep her. As Uju struggled to come to terms with her new reality, she underwent a brutal surgery to remove her womb. The pain was excruciating, and Uju felt like she was losing herself. When she finally recovered from the surgery, Uju was forced into prostitution. She was taken to hotels and clubs, where she was expected to entertain men for money. Uju felt like she was living in a nightmare, and she didn't know how to escape. As the months passed, Uju became withdrawn and isolated. She felt like she had lost her identity, and she didn't know how to get it back. She was trapped in a living hell, and she didn't know how to escape. Uju's story is a tragic reminder of the dangers of human trafficking. It's a story of deception, exploitation, and abuse. But it's also a story of resilience and survival. Despite the unimaginable horrors she faced, Uju never gave up. She held on to hope, and she never lost sight of her dream for a better life. As the years went by, Uju became a shadow of her former self. She was a mere shell of the confident and ambitious young woman she once was. But despite the trauma she had endured, Uju's spirit remained unbroken. She continued to hold on to hope, and she never gave up on her dream of a better life. One day, Uju saw an opportunity to escape. She took a chance and ran, finally breaking free from the chains that had held her captive for so long. She stumbled upon a non-governmental organization that specialized in helping victims of human trafficking. With their help, Uju began to rebuild her life. It wasn't easy, but Uju was determined to rise above her past. She underwent counseling and therapy, and she slowly began to heal. She learned to love herself again, and she discovered a newfound sense of purpose. Despite the unimaginable horrors she faced, Uju never gave up. She held on to hope, and she never lost sight of her dream for a better life. In the end, Uju emerged victorious. She rose above her past, and she created a new life for herself. She became an advocate for victims of human trafficking, using her story to raise awareness and inspire change. Uju's story is a reminder that no matter what life throws at us, we always have the power to choose how we respond. We can choose to give up, or we can choose to rise above our challenges and create a better life for ourselves. Uju's story is a powerful reminder that we should always hold on to hope and patience and not allow our present situation to ruin the beautiful future we have.
My name is Okum, and you are welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon for more unforgettable stories. See you in the next video.